Hello everyone, and welcome to my SW24 update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives Janelle Brown exposes Kody's financial lies. On this season of Sister Wives, Kody Brown's financial decisions have been a source of friction. As he points fingers at Janelle Brown, she argues that she was only the family's bookkeeper. However, as season 19 progresses, it becomes increasingly evident that Janelle is no longer prepared to tolerate Kody's lies. Fans believe she's having fun putting him on blast. In Sunday's episode, Christine and Janelle Brown spill the tea. Christine and Janelle Brown may no longer be spiritual sister wives. They have, however, created a lifelong bond that will continue even after they leave polygamy. Now that they've moved on to the next phase of their life, they're revealing their ex-husband's dark secrets. In Sunday night's news show, Janelle and Christine discussed the family finances. Fans had known for years that the grown-ups used a shared family fund to make purchases. Supposedly, all adults paid to the pot, which was subsequently used to pay for various expenses by the family. It was designed to benefit everyone, but the ex-wives felt it primarily benefited Kody and Robin. Mary mentioned in a recent episode that she had contributed to the fund, but the money was never used to cover her expenditures. In the episode, Janelle recounts how she believed it would benefit the entire family and eventually return to her if she helped pay for Robin's house. When the family sold her Las Vegas home, they used the proceeds to buy Robin's Flagstaff home. However, if anyone confronts Kody or Robin about the unfairness, they are taken aback. And they're always trying to revise history about how things were paid or what was paid, Janelle said, annoyed. Kody and Robin Brown don't agree. Of course, Kody and Robin Brown always appear to have a different story from the rest of the family. Janelle and Christine complained about how unfairly they were treated, but Kody and Robin defended themselves in confessionals. Robin maintains the money situation has always been balanced and fair. Meanwhile, Kody believes that Janelle selected the RV over a house because she was furious at him. However, Janelle denied the claim. She admits that Kody pushed her to move into Christine's home after she relocated to Utah, but she never wanted to. As a result, she chose the RV. For years, Janelle Brown's life on Sister Wives was defined by the quiet endurance of a woman caught in the crossfire of a complex, polygamous family dynamic that was as unpredictable as it was public. But now that she has stepped away from the chaos of her previous marriage with Kody Brown, she has an entirely new perspective on what romance and marriage can and should be. In a recent series of intimate interviews and reflective moments captured both on camera and through her candid social media posts, Janelle revealed that her heart, once so battered by the endless cycles of compromise, betrayal, and public drama, is finally open to the possibility of a romance built on mutual respect, personal growth, and an understanding that the relationship she once had with Kody was more about surviving an imposed lifestyle than celebrating a generation. She explains that the years she spent navigating the tangled web of multiple marriages left her with scars but also with hard-earned lessons about her own worth, teaching her that true love is measured not by how many times you forgive or the roles you are forced to play in a dysfunctional system, but by the mutual support, honesty, and partnership that enriches both people. Janelle recalls a time when every conversation about love and commitment was laced with the constant pressure of living up to an idealized, albeit unsustainable, vision of family unity. However, as she looks back, she realizes that the very chaos that once defined her existence was also the crucible in which she forged the strength to define her own terms for romance and marriage. I used to believe that love was something you had to earn by sacrificing parts of yourself, she confesses in a gentle and resolute tone, but I now know that true partnership is about embracing who you are, flaws and all, and finding someone who meets you with the same honesty and vulnerability. Her transformation is not only an emotional awakening, but also a practical reimagining of what it means to be in a committed relationship. Janelle is no longer prepared to accept the leftovers of a marriage governed by external expectations and public scrutiny, and she is determined to create a future that embraces her uniqueness, one in which she chooses love on her own terms rather than clinging to a familiar, yet broken, past. In the quiet moments away from the constant limelight, Janelle has come to realize that the romance she now wants is built on respect, clear boundaries, and the ability to be herself without compromise. She has discovered that the essence of a fulfilling relationship is both partners' willingness to listen, share in daily hardships, and support one another through life's unpredictable ups and downs. After everything I've been through, I realized that holding on to old wounds only keeps you from experiencing the kind of love that can truly transform you, she reflects, her eyes shining with renewed hope. This new approach to romance is reflected in the small changes in her behavior and the way she now discusses the prospect of future relationships. Whereas she used to feel trapped by the weight of a system that forced her to play roles she never really wanted, she now believes that self-love is the foundation of any genuine connection. Janelle has begun to explore what it means to be vulnerable in a healthy way, expressing her passions, goals, and even the lessons she's learned from her past grief. In open moments during interviews, she reveals that the misery of her prior marriage stemmed not only from Kody's acts, but also from her own sacrifices and compromises, which undermined her sense of self. However, rather than completely shutting herself off from love, she is now choosing to see those encounters as stepping stones to a more honest life. There was a time when I thought I had to fit into a mold that wasn't made for me, she explains, but now I'm learning to break that mold and define what happiness really means for me, without fear, without shame. Her journey toward emotional independence has been marked by small but significant changes, the way she dresses, the tone of her voice when she talks about personal relationships, and the careful attention she pays to her own needs rather than those imposed by friends and confidants have observed a fresh sparkle in her eyes, indicating that beneath the veneer of resilience lurks a heart eager to embrace a future unburdened by the past. As she navigates this unfamiliar environment, Janelle has begun to question the fundamental concept of marriage, which was once so central to her identity. Marriage is no longer viewed as a sacred pact that links two people in a lifelong struggle for existence. Rather, she sees it as a dynamic partnership that should evolve over time, one in which both persons have the ability to grow, change, and even walk separate paths if necessary. Marriage should be about uplifting each other, not clinging to old patterns out of fear of the unknown, she says, underlining that her new attitude is based on both experience and a strong desire for personal liberty. This reinvention of romance and marriage does not come without obstacles. Janelle admits that there are times when the ghosts of her past, old wounds, lingering resentments, and constant comparisons to what was once expected resurface, threatening to stymie her growth. However, in those moments, she pulls strength from the lessons she acquired during her years in a polygamous relationship, acknowledging that every unpleasant event has helped shape the woman she is now. It's like every scar tells a story, she muses, and while some stories hurt, they also remind you of the battles you've fought and the victories you've earned. Her willingness to share these reflections, while measured and thoughtful, has struck a chord with fans who have long watched her struggle under the weight of a complex, often overwhelming family legacy. Many followers share her view in online forums and social media posts, expressing appreciation for a woman who has transformed her struggles into achievements and now represents hope that surpasses her prior restrictions. They find in her a reflection of their own hardships, a reminder that healing and growth are possible even after seemingly overwhelming adversity. However, while she discusses romance and marriage, Janelle stays careful, mindful that the world of reality TV is as harsh as it is adoring. She avoids offering overly simplified solutions to the issues of modern relationships, instead calling for a nuanced approach that acknowledges both the beauty and complexity of human connection. I'm not saying love is easy, she admits, but I do believe that when two people are truly committed to growing together, they can overcome almost anything. This philosophy, born of years of living through tumultuous change, now guides her as she considers the possibility of new relationships, a prospect that fills her with both excitement and a healthy dose of reality. She is determined to find a companion who not only understands her path, but also recognizes the value of mutual respect and open communication, a spouse who would celebrate her independence rather than try to limit her to old roles or expectations. In this new chapter of her life, Janelle is taking control of her story, redefining romance and marriage for herself after years of being formed by a system that was never truly built for her. Her tale is no longer one of quiet resignation or interminable compromise, it is one of empowerment. perseverance, and the determination to pursue happiness on one's own terms. While the road ahead is surely unpredictable, Janelle's voice, now stronger and more powerful than ever, serves as a beacon of hope for anybody who has ever been trapped by the weight of the past. As Sister Wives evolves and the Brown family's saga unfolds with new twists and revelations, fans will undoubtedly be watching closely to see how Janelle's journey of self-discovery translates into real-world romance, a romance that, in her own words, is built not on the remnants of a broken marriage, but on the promise of a future defined by honesty, mutual growth, and a love that is both liberating and transformative. Finally, her open observations on romance and marriage after Kody serve as not only a personal testimonial to the power of transformation, but also a rallying cry for all those who feel that new beginnings are possible even after the most traumatic of endings. And as she continues to chart her own course in a world that once sought to confine her to the role of a silent bystander, Janelle Brown stands as a reminder that true happiness is not found in clinging to the past, but in embracing the possibility of a future where love is defined by freedom, respect, and the unwavering courage to live one's truth. Now, in a series of heartfelt interviews, candid social media posts, and reflective moments off the camera, Janelle has detailed the beginning of a new chapter, a journey that takes her far from the exhausting battles over property disputes, bitter legal wranglings, and the endless comparisons to ex-wives that once dominated her every waking moment, and instead embraces a life that is uniquely hers, where every decision is made on her own terms and every day is an opportunity. I've spent so many years trying to balance what was expected of me with who I truly wanted to be, she confides in one recent interview, her voice both soft and resolute, and now I'm learning that it's not about fitting into a mold that someone else created, it's about creating my own space in this world, a space where I can finally breathe, heal, and grow. This new journey is marked by quiet, deliberate steps toward in one particularly moving social media post, accompanied by images of an open, sunlit plot of land and sketches of a modest yet elegant home design. Janelle writes, "This land is my canvas, and every brick, every window, every little detail will be a testament to the new me, a me that no longer lives in the shadow of what was, but in the bright promise of what can be." For Janelle, the decision to leave behind the oppressive dynamics of a polygamous marriage was not as she embarks on this journey. She discusses rediscovering passions that had long been buried beneath layers of responsibility and expectation, the simple joy of designing a home, the thrill of tending a garden, the liberating act of choosing what to wear and how to live each day without the constant barrage of demands from others. "I'm not doing it for anyone else," she explains, "I'm doing it for me. For the first time in my life, I get to decide what happiness looks like." Alongside the physical construction of her dream home, Janelle is also redefining her understanding of romance and partnership. Once entangled in a relationship that was as much about survival as it was about love, she now envisions a future where intimacy is built on mutual respect, vulnerability, and the freedom to be truly open. In quiet moments of introspection, she recalls the hard lessons she learned from years of compromise, the times she had to swallow pride to keep the peace, and the times she sacrificed her own ambitions to fit into someone else's narrative. "I used to think that love meant sacrificing who you are," she admits, "but now I know that real love is about lifting each other up, about allowing each other space to grow, and about celebrating the unique beauty that each person brings to the table." This reimagining of romance is intertwined with her newfound independence, a freedom that extends to every aspect of her life, from her professional ventures to her personal relationships. After witnessing firsthand the toll that continual public scrutiny and internal family conflict can take on one's spirit, Janelle is determined to create a life that honors her journey, even if it means pursuing a road that diverges significantly from the one she once knew. She has begun to invest in new business prospects that represent her artistic vision, collaborating with her daughter and close friends to develop enterprises that are both about personal expression and financial independence. These endeavors, she continues, are not just about generating money, they are about carving out a niche where she can finally be viewed as more than simply a cast member in a television drama, but as a woman with her own dreams, ambitions, and the ability to inspire others by her tenacity. "I'm building a legacy that is mine alone," she asserts, "one brick at a time, one decision at a time." Fans have responded with admiration, hope, and cautious optimism. Many see Janelle's transformation as a beacon of possibility, a reminder that even after the most painful endings, new beginnings are possible. Online, social media platforms have been flooded with messages of encouragement, with hashtags like #NewJourneyJanelle and #BuildingMyOwnLife trending among those who believe her daring step forward is a win against the confines of a past she is eager to leave behind. Even as she embraces this new beginning, Janelle is cognizant of the complexity of her past, a life filled with both deep pain and surprising joy, moments that shaped her into the woman she is today. Every experience, no matter how painful, has taught me something valuable, she reflects in one of her longer interviews, and while I will always carry those lessons with me, I refuse to let them hold me back from creating a future that is full of light, love, and endless possibility. Her journey is presented as a winding road with ups and downs, detours, and breakthroughs, a road that, despite its challenges, has led her to a place. In her story, she recognizes the bittersweet nature of this transformation. The loss of what was is irreplaceable, but it has cleared the way for a new identity, one marked by strength, authenticity, and the bravery to dream again. I won't pretend that it wasn't hard, she confesses, but every hardship, every tear, every moment of doubt has brought me to this point, and I wouldn't change a thing because it has made me who I am. As she moves forward, Janelle is determined to honor her past without being imprisoned by it, to build a life where the pain of previous chapters serves not as a chain but as a stepping stone to something greater, a life where love is redefined, where romance is a partner's. In this brave new chapter, she is not only surviving, but thriving, creating a narrative that challenges the very stereotypes that once confined her, reclaims her identity from the shadows of a dysfunctional family legacy, and boldly declares that her future is as bright as the dreams she is now free to pursue. So, as Sister Wives continues to air and the world watches the Brown family's unfolding drama, Janelle Brown stands as a testament to the power of reinvention, a reminder that even after years of compromise, betrayal, and relentless public scrutiny, the human spirit can rise, rebuild, and eventually shine with a fierce and unyielding light.